Welcome back to that was satisfying. Welcome back to another video. I figured today I would do another library book haul. I am doing one of these seemingly a day. I feel like I should read through these, then return them, and then go back to the library. But I am very impatient, and I'm really. Oh, sorry, my hair's a bit of a mess at the moment, which is why I had it tied back. But yeah, I have been listening to audiobooks a lot lately. But I've also been reading through a lot of graphic novels, comics, stuff like that. My hair does not want to behave. So yeah, I've got a pile of books here. Let's get on with it. We've got coming out stories. This is something that I picked up today, the other day, from one of my local libraries because I want to hear different people's experiences with coming out, be it across the spectrum of LGBTQ. So I thought this would be a good book to pick up and read. It's by Emma Goswell and Sam Walker. This was not on my to be read, but when I saw it, I honestly just felt relief and was like, I need this for myself. I've also got Look Up Handsome by Jack Strange, which has been on my to be read list for over a year. So I think it's time we start tackling that, because if it's been on my to be read list for over a year, then I probably should read it. I had to do a double check in on my Goodreads because that's where I track everything. And I thought it would be brilliant to just tackle it, honestly. The thing that had drawn me to this was that it was MLM romance. So for those who don't know, MLM is a man and another man. So I don't really see a lot of queer books out there for men who like men. Usually when I do, it is highly fetishized rubbish wrote by women for women. So it's very nice to have this book. Then we've got Bitter Thorn, which was one that I added to my to be read list about a couple of months ago. So we're going to tackle that as well because I want to get through my to be read list this year, especially since I am reading a lot of books at the moment, and I figured it would be very nice to just get another one off my list. The reason I added this is because it's got gothic elements. I believe it's a lesbian romance, but I'm unsure. It says a lost soul, a darkly alluring witch, a terrifying secret. This isn't usually my kind of book, but there aren't that many gothic books at my library, so if there's something gothic for me to read, I will get it. There's this, Josh Reads on YouTube, you guys can check him out, was talking highly of. I've been avoiding this book like the plague because I thought it would be very similar to Shatter Me. And I did and I didn't enjoy that book, but because this was very popular on TikTok, I have just been avoiding this like it is the plague. But since Josh Reads speaks so highly of it, we're going to tackle it. And funny story about this book, when I went to go get some more books from the library, this had literally been handed in like 5-10 minutes before when I dropped the books I was returning off. So it's absolutely brilliant that I can get this to add. So I can't remember anything that's he said about it, just that he was like, this is brilliant. So I'm like, right, okay, fine, I'll read it. If you love it so much, I'll just get it, it'll be great. That's book number 4. I have read some of these. Man boobs. Like, just a man serving up with salad, asking it to be cake. I call mine this. Like, I'm a trans guy. I call mine this. But I'm unsure what this, like, I thought this, I'm unsure. I was unsure, and then I picked up, and when I picked this up, I thought this would be a book about the trans experience, and it's not. It's even better. I'm just a man standing in front of a salad asking it to be cake. What do you do when you're too gay for Pakistan, too Pakistani to be gay in America, and you're ashamed of your body everywhere? How can you find happiness despite years of humiliation, fear of legion, of Brooklyn hipsters who know you're only as queer from wherever you stand? How do you summon the courage to be yourself no matter where you are? I mean, it could be about a trans man. I don't think it is. But it sounds interesting, and that book cover, like, that just made me giggle. But it's nice to have diversity in books, and it was one of the queer books they had at the library that I went to. Then we've got Here the Whole Time by Victor Martins. This is another one that was on my to be read list. I am tackling it this month. It says, my whole life I've avoided mirrors because I didn't really like what they had to show me, but today is different. Because I look at my reflection and don't hate myself right away. So I'm fascinated to see how this will go, and I am very simple. Rainbow Rowell, I hope I'm pronouncing their name right, recommends it. That's all I really need in a book. I either wrote by them or recommended by them. I will read it, just if there is that person's name or recommendation somewhere. Then we've got Small Talk. I actually thought this was the book that we're looking for. So Dirty Laundry was the book that I thought it was when I picked it up. And then I only realised after I checked it out, this is like a sequel to that book. So for those who don't know, we have, I think she's called Roxy or Roxanne, the blue-haired woman in this book, who in her 40s has a singing career and is going on tours and producing music. But they've had a massive struggle with ADHD. And I've followed them through, I think, I'm not day one, but they're now blowing up. Like, I was there before the books came out, and I've been listening to their music on off. Like, unless someone reminds me, usually I forget. If something is not in front of me, it's like object permanence, it's not there, and that includes people. But I think this would be really helpful for me to, it's a self-help book, which I usually don't enjoy, but because it's wrote by someone who I know and have seen on social media has a lot of the daily struggles that I also have, I just know this is going to be a book I'm going to enjoy. Or at least I'm hoping that, because it seems good. Richard and Roxanne Pink. Oh yeah, it even says on it Roxanne Pink. So Richard is her partner, I believe. So I think they're married. I think they have a son as well. I can't remember. The brain fog is real. Then I've got How Not to Fit In, which is a book on autism and ADHD, which I'm riddled with both. So, well, actually, funnily enough, I was actually diagnosed with AUDHD, and then later that diagnosis got changed into into EUPD, but with elements of the AUDHD, which is why I couldn't. But the thing is, when I got my diagnosis, I was basically diagnosed and told to go live my life, but my boyfriend also has autism and ADHD elements too, so I was like, it'd be nice to have like some knowledge on the subject, because to me, it's not something I know much about. Like, someone says they've got autism, I'm like, great, what does that mean for you? Or if you've got ADHD, great, what does that mean for you? Because I don't think people, like, everyone in my family has like autism, and we're all different types of autism. So it's like, well, which type? And even if someone has a different type of it, it's like, it can still impact everyone drastically differently. But yeah, it's quite, I need help with my mental health at the moment. I can't lie. That's the only reason I've been picking up some self-help books. Plus what I will say about these two books as well, while I'm here. It is Disability Pride Month. I did not know that was a thing. My epilepsy has always been the bigger issue for me, but Disability Pride Month. That's how I found these two books, because it were on a display at my local library, which I thought was brilliant. And then lastly, we've got Lowborn High, which I will say I've already read, and that's ready to be returned, but mixed opinions. I think the art was better than the story. It's better than Harry Potter. It is better than Harry Potter, but it was just, this was horrifying. But yeah, those are the books that I've got on loan at the moment, plus I have some extra books on BorrowBox, but let me know what books you are reading or have borrowed from the library lately. See you later. Bye.